Taurus, your February energies are here and it's time to make the most of them. Let's have an aligned astro chat about it. Hello all, I'm Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive and welcome to your Transformational Tarot for the month of February for Taurus. This is for all my beautiful Tauruses, for my sun, moon, for your sun, moon, and rising, as well as your Venus energy, and for any of you that have a Taurus in your life that you love. Let's dive into the energies this month and see how you can make them work for you, because it's going to be a big one. We are going to be pulling an overarching theme from the 22 Archangels Oracle from Kyle Gray, and the tarot deck that called to you guys today is the Tarot de Carlotides or Carlotides. Really excited to share this deck with you. All right, guys, so without further ado, let's get to it. All righty. So Taurus, this month in February, I'm feeling is going to be a month where you're going to be putting some things in order. I'm feeling a lot of energy around making sure that you've got all of your ducks in a row. And this is going to be important because I feel like towards the end of February, things are going to start picking up and moving in your life. This isn't in a bad way, feels actually very positive, very motivating, but you're gonna wanna make sure that you've got that energy locked in so that you can say yes and hit the ground running. So here's your overarching theme. Raguel, waves of healing. Be open and vulnerable, as this will initiate healing and harmonious resolution. I love this for you guys. So I'm definitely feeling that for a lot of you, and of course it's a general reading, so take what works for you, leave the rest behind. But a lot of you, healing is going to happen through you. So if you are, a Reiki practitioner, if you're a medical practitioner, if you do any kind of energy healing work or, in the healing arts, and the healing industry, I feel that this is a month where you are going to be really effective. This is a month where you're going to want to be saying yes to any and all opportunities that present themselves, where you're going to be able to provide some level of assistance to another. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be in a service to everyone and giving up your needs, your wants, your desires. It feels more like sometimes all it takes is a 30-second little mantra in your head, a little meditation, or sending a person, taking 10 seconds to send that person a little boost of energy. Sometimes it's just a kind word, taking 5 minutes to have a conversation with someone, to let them know that you see them, that you acknowledge them, that they're on your mind. Those are healing things. And of course, there are, more obvious healing things, saying yes to giving someone a Reiki session, or, understanding that if you are, for example, in the medical field, people are going to be really needing some extra love, extra support. As a doctor, maybe taking that extra 5 minutes to speak with your patient rather than, worrying so much about the schedule, things of that nature. And, if you're not in the healing arts, what are the ways that you heal, and who are the people that you tend to heal or help to heal in your life? For some of you, I feel that the waves of healing are going to be happening for you, to you, and through you. And if you are that person, again, be open and vulnerable, as this will initiate healing and harmonious resolution. Receive, give yourself permission to receive. Sometimes Taurus you love sensuality, you love receiving the sensual things in life, but sometimes you find it harder to receive help, to receive assistance. And this is a month to say, okay, I'm going to accept that help and that assistance. Presently, where are you right now in your transformational journey? What part of you is shifting, rising, or dissolving? Interesting. 4 of Swords. So yeah, presently you're a little bit tired. You're feeling like you could really use a little more rest, a little more relaxation. And I'm going to say to you, don't be afraid to take it. Don't be afraid to, sleep in that extra half hour, or to, maybe this is a good month to take half days on a Friday. Every Friday you take a half day so that you feel a little more rested, or feel like you've got a little more time to yourself. I also am feeling like when we're talking about this 4 of Swords energy, there are some, things that you're considering this month, or considering in your life, at this time that does feel a little bit like, what is leaving me behind, or what do I need to put less focus and attention to, so that I can shift my focus onto the things that I feel need more time, attention, love, honor, respect, whatever it happens to be. I feel like it's really important. I love this. It's like the princess and the pea. I feel like it's really important for you to pay attention to those little niggling things, the pea in the bottom of the mattress or the center of the mattress that makes her rest so uncomfortable. You want to pay attention to those things, because those are the things that you need to get rid of. You need to cut out in order for you to have a very solid foundation. This month, I feel, is foundational. Like I said, there's going to be a lot that you're going to be doing that, towards the end of the month, you're going to want to be able to say yes and move into that energy and that frequency. In order to do that, you've got to remove that pesky pea, that's in the stack of mattresses, in order for you to have that true rest. Also, feeling like, for some of you, blackout is what I'm hearing. If you're having trouble sleeping, blackout or getting an eye mask is really going to help you this month. For whatever reason, I feel like the energies are going to be a little more disruptive. So sleep is going to be a little more challenging. Don't focus so much on, I absolutely need X number of hours of sleep in order to thrive. Focus instead on, angels, no matter how much time I sleep, make it quality and help me to have the energy to get through what I need to get through today. So setting yourself up for success in that regard. This is your catalyst. What's fueling or hindering your transformation? Is it resistance or rocket fuel? Here we've got the Five of Wands. I feel very much that this is rocket fuel for you. You're in a training mode. There are things that you are going to be learning, new things that you're learning. You're going to be almost, I feel like for some of you, you're going to be required to access a particular skill set that you haven't accessed in a while. It's not that you don't know. It's that you just haven't been engaged with it for some time. And so I'm definitely feeling that this is a month where that training energy is going to require you to give yourself a little more grace, a little more patience, a little more latitude around, I want to say, your time and your schedule, especially from an energetic perspective. Whenever we are training or learning something new, it takes up a different component of our, I want to say, mental energy, as well as other energies, but specifically mental energy. And when we are having to really concentrate on one particular area, we get tired quicker. The other aspects of ourselves try to overcompensate, and everything tries to kind of even itself out or balance itself. And so it's going to take you a little while this month. Just give yourself grace. Eventually you're going to learn it. Eventually it's going to, start running like a well-oiled machine. For now, embrace the challenge of the new, because I feel like the new is your rocket fuel. The new is going to help you to feel like you're alive again. And that's going to be really important. We need that vibrancy. We need to feel alive and to feel like what we're doing serves a deeper purpose. Deep root. What deep belief, wound, or soul contract is driving this transformation under the surface? Oh, beautiful. You got the World card. Oh, we have nakedness. We have boobies. So we're going to just put that there in case YouTube has a temper tantrum. Okay, so I feel like for you, Taurus, your goal seems to be like trying to get to the other side of something. I don't know if this is a subconscious trigger for you. Well, I mean, this is the card of subconscious. So I guess, yes, this would be a subconscious trigger for you. You may have some awareness of it, but I feel like there's a lot more that is subconsciously behaving under the surface and influencing your choices and influencing your feelings around your choices. Don't rush through. Don't try so hard to get to the other side of this thing. Don't try for it to be done and over with. Enjoy the process of the learning and the training. Enjoy the fact that this is coming into your life right now to give you a renewed sense of purpose, or even a shifted sense of purpose. And you're going to have plenty of time to learn what you need to learn and to get it done. This is not a time for you to get caught up in the weeds of what you wish was and wasn't. This is a time to put one foot in front of the other, to celebrate your wins, to acknowledge what you're bringing to the table, and to really be courageous in utilizing it. Even if you don't know, those skills that you're bringing to the table, even if you don't know how they're going to, positively or otherwise affect, how you're applying it to what you're learning, apply it anyway, because this is the space of learning. And you can't really get to the world phase, to that desired outcome on the other side, without going through the process. And this is just a new process. You've been living sort of in a comfortable space for a while. The universe is saying, okay, you've had your comfort and now it's time for a little bit of growth. It's time for a little bit of evolution. Don't feel bad. I feel like this is going to be more of a collective energy that a lot of us are being encouraged to do, is the, getting out of the comfort zone. It's not just for you Tauruses. I got it for Aries too. And I'm just, as I'm reading for you right now, I'm getting the sense that I'm going to be getting a similar message like that for most of the signs. Past phase, what's dying away? What role, pattern, or identity has run its course? Queen of Cups, being swayed by your emotions, living from that emotional space, getting caught up, getting lost in the emotional space. This month is not a time to make the emotions the focal point. So lead a heart-based life, but understand that emotions often can be manipulated by the mind, by the ego space. And I feel like this month, what is really dying away is that kind of that overwhelm, when a feeling overcomes you or overtakes you and you're like, I don't know if I can handle this. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I've got what it takes. This month, you're going to feel very much like, no, I do know that I've got what it takes. I do know that I can do this, because I am putting my focus to learning how. I'm developing new skills, and I'm giving myself permission to expand, to stretch a little bit. And even though it can be uncomfortable to stretch, it's still going to feel better than getting caught in the weeds of my heavier emotions. So what's dying away is the heaviness of your emotions. And what you're opening up into is really understanding that new goal, that new path that you're directing yourself into is going to be much more pleasant, much more desirable than getting caught in the emotional space. So this won't be as hard to release and to die away than you're anticipating. This is your highest Phoenix potential. What can rise from these ashes? What is your soul calling you toward? This is your breakthrough energy. Beautiful. Two of Pentacles. Yes, when you release this, you start to find balance again. You start to feel like, oh yeah, I do have the resources to do this. I can do this. Look at her. She's raising it above her head. Yay, look at me. I can do this. I've got it. She's got the support of the sun, the light of the sun. She's feeling secure. She's got these little shells and leaves that are kind of highlighting her, almost like aura is what it kind of feels like. Or notice that it's not a full circle around her, so it's not encapsulating her. She can move in either direction. So I feel like it's representing what you have already gained, but that's not going to hold you back. What you have gained and the things that you own, for example, or the things that you have collected aren't going to serve to keep you locked in this space of uncomfortable, or I want to say comfortable discomfort, right? Because eventually the universe is not going to allow that to happen. So you're already moving into that space. And so balance is what you are stepping into. And I want to say maybe you haven't felt truly in balance for some time. For some of you, it's right across the board. And for some of you, it's in one particular area. Whatever area you have felt a lot of out of balance energy with, that's going to shift in February. And that feels empowering. I feel like that's an empowering message for you guys. What's emerging just around the corner? What energy or experience is coming in to support your next phase? Oh, I love you got the 9 of Cups. So yes, wishes fulfilled. whatever this new journey is that you're starting. Oh, just realizing that I moved the crystal. Whatever it is that you're getting ready to start, you're going to recognize that it really is working towards something that you didn't even know you wanted. Like you had an idea of kind of the direction, but there's going to be like an added bonus or an added approach or an added perspective, something that you hadn't considered. That now that it's a possibility, you're saying, oh, this feels really good. Yes, I'm going to love this independence, or I'm going to love this extra money, or I'm going to love this this new person in my life, or I'm going to love having an assistant to, help me sort out all the things that I've been doing. This is I want to say, when we talk about what's emerging just around the corner for you, this is a goal that you didn't even know that you needed, but you're going to achieve it. And you're going to really see it in February. And I feel like it's going to give you like a renewed sense of motivation, but also like a different motivation in addition to what already kind of was the motivation for you starting this particular journey in the first place. Nine of Cups also represents, 9 energy represents endings, conclusions, resolutions. And I'm feeling that this is not for all of you because it's a general reading, but for a lot of you, there is something that you are wrapping up or concluding in one of your close personal relationships. This could be the resolution of an argument or a disagreement that you've been having. This could be the resolution of, like deciding whether you want to move in together or not, whether you want to relocate somewhere or not. This could also be coming to a resolution, should we stay together or not? And I feel like whatever this resolution is, you're going to feel like, I feel like Taurus, you're the one who's making the choice, and you're the one who's going to feel really, really good and confident about the choice that you're making. So listen to your initial instinct about it, because I feel like that's your soul telling you, yeah, you're ready to say yes to this, particular decision that you're making, and it will make your wishes come true. It is what it is that you're seeking. Your role in this shift, you in this process. How are you navigating this transformation? Are you resisting, flowing, grieving, or boldly rising? Interesting. So you're grieving. I do feel that the motivation or whatever has been the catalyst for you to kind of move ahead with this journey, this new learning, a lot of it has come out of grief or loss or sadness for what was, for what can no longer be again. And maybe I feel like for some of you, there's a connection to feeling as though you have lost a part of yourself. Some of us, when we get involved in different relationships, we tend to kind of lose ourselves in that dynamic. Not for everyone, but some people tend to kind of morph into their partner's needs. And this is a time I feel, and this isn't a message for everyone, but take what works for you, leave the rest behind. But I'm really feeling here like why I'm talking this through is because there's a part of you that is kind of grieving an aspect of you that you have not allowed to come to the surface for a while, or you didn't know existed, or has just been kind of on the back burner for a while. And you're starting to make that reconnection and recognizing how much of that aspect you missed, how much of yourself you've missed. So I'm going to say to you, said with love, grieve it, feel what you need to feel, but don't wallow in it. Use that as fuel to move you forward, because you already have this incredible momentum, and you don't want to throw that momentum out the window, right? Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak. You want to keep things going. This is coming to the surface for you right now, that grief energy, because there is, I want to say, the closing of a chapter of your life. And in some cases, for some of you, it's a volume of your life, not just a chapter. You're closing a volume of your life. But whenever something closes, it's closing because there's something that's opening up. And we can see already in your cards that you're moving forward, and it's exciting. It's something to celebrate. So have your grief, but don't get lost in the grief, and don't allow the grief to stop the flow of momentum in terms of what you're creating as you move forward. This can be fuel that you get to use. You can reuse this and repurpose this energy to help you get to where you want to be. That's how it wants to serve you at this time. Very interesting. Your circles of support. Who or what is influencing your transformation right now? And is it positive or negative? Interesting. Knave of Wands. So Knave is a page. And I'm feeling here like the Page of Wands wants to be your best friend. The Page of Wands is saying to you, I think this new journey is amazing. And I love a good new journey. And I'm going to walk this journey with you. And even if you have self-doubt, I'm going to be the person that totally has the confidence in you, because I know that on the other side of this, you're going to become who you want to be. You're going to get to where it is that you want to go. You're going to get there quickly. You're going to get there with your own sense of confidence and support. And you're going to have a ton of gratitude on the other side for the journey that you've taken, because this is you standing on the precipice of becoming a new version of yourself, the best version of yourself that you have ever been. And I feel like this Knave of Wands really wants to encourage you in a positive way by saying, don't stop now. You don't have to do this alone. I've got you. I'm going to share my energy with you. And we have the same energy, but every once in a while, you're going to dip into a little bit of self-doubt, or you might, run into a little hiccup and question, am I on the right path? And I'm going to step up and say, hell yes, you are. And let me give you some of my energy to get you over the hump. And then we can, sort of even out on the other side. So lean into the Page of Wands energy, enthusiasm, creativity, excitement, movement forward, action-oriented, and just excited about the adventure. Lean into those characteristics, because that's going to serve you very, very well. Hopes and fears. What are you dreaming of becoming, and what scares you about actually doing it? Ace of Pentacles. You want to be a seed planter, a way shower, a light bringer to everyone that you connect with. You're a natural born teacher in certain aspects and areas of your life where you just want to share of your knowledge and your wisdom, but you also want it to have an impact. And I'm hearing that it's important for you to let go of the outcome. Don't get attached to the outcome. When you're sharing information with another person about their life, don't get attached to how they're going to use it, or if they're even going to use it or apply it. You share it, you plant the seeds, and you move on. Just because you plant the seed and someone doesn't take advantage of it doesn't mean that it didn't matter. Doesn't mean that it wasn't good enough. Doesn't mean that you didn't do the very thing that you were there to do. You served your purpose. When we're talking about that hopes and fears, I feel like you've always kind of done this, but now you're stepping up into a higher level of it, a higher level of awareness and consciousness of it. And so with that comes a little bit of fear of, do I really have what it takes? And sometimes when we're in that space, if somebody doesn't, react or respond to it in the way that we would like from an approval perspective, or just acknowledgement that we're on the right track, it can throw us off. Don't be thrown off. Everything that you're going to offer and share and teach and provide matters. And you don't need to know how it matters. You just need to plant the seed. That's your goal. That's your purpose. And it will come to fruition, and you will see it over time. But that's not your main focus right now. Your main focus is just planting that seed. All right, now we are at our outcome. Who will you be on the other side of this transformational journey in February? What is the result of embracing the full death and rebirth cycle? Oh, I love this, the star. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so this is Aquarius. And I feel very much that we're just coming out of Aquarius season and going into Pisces season. And the star is coming through because this is about you deepening your connection to community, expanding your community. Also, it's a validation that This new journey, this new path, this new training and learning that you are doing is going to lead you to the success and the arrival of the new vision that you are working to create of yourself for yourself. Others are going to benefit from this, but ultimately this is about you. And I could not pick a better card for you to wrap up with. Also, I have to point out it's a major arcana, which means, again, you are closing a chapter and or a volume of you at this time, which means you want to really go big or go home in terms of giving yourself permission to explore who you are becoming. Make the point to be very specific in your manifestings. Don't allow yourself to settle, to go halfway. You want to whole hog, whole enchilada, all the way. I always like to say, reach for the stars, because even if you only hit the sky, that's still pretty amazing. That's the approach that you want to be taking here. You absolutely will be successful. And if you don't reach for the stars, then how do you know if you're going to hit the star? You absolutely might hit the star. You might even go beyond the stars, but you won't know until you actually put that effort in. So believe in yourself enough to give yourself permission to move ahead and do it in that way. Wow. All right, Taurus. So that is your reading for February. As always, if you need any kind of help, support, guidance through this, click on the link below to book a session with me. I would love to support you in this way. Please also consider liking, subscribing, clicking the bell on this channel, checking out the join button, share this content with anyone that you feel could benefit from this. I don't grow without you guys, and I'm so grateful for every one of you, your energy and your participation in all of this. Until we see each other for another episode of Black Feather Couture, Divining a VIP Life, sending you lots of support, lots of love. We will see you on the flip side, and transform well.